afternoon, good evening from wherever you are. Welcome to this presentation. So my name is Linus. So at the end of 9 months at ALX Africa, we are required to make a portfolio project. And so this is the presentation of my project that I chose for my portfolio at the end of the 9 months after studying at ALX Africa. The project is called ALX AE. It is essentially an e-commerce website which just specializes into a particular niche, which is selling clothes that are made with resins. Okay, for my team, it is just me alone, so I wanted to challenge myself this project, so I went alone for this project. The full stack developer. I developed everything from the back end to the front end to integrating with services and everything. So the whole project has been done by me alone. The project inspiration. So the project was inspired by one of my friends. He makes the resin clocks and he wanted something to use to sell his resin clocks or to reach to people with his product. So the solutions that are available like Etsy are not easily accessed by people who are in Africa mostly, especially in Kenya. It's hard to create an account at Etsy where you can reach the global market. So he just wanted something that is very simple, very minimal, that can serve that particular niche that he wanted. And so I decided to create this product for him. Another inspiration is that I have always loved making e-commerce websites. I'm kind of obsessed with them. So I've always dreamed of making my own e-commerce website, and I hope that it's on the way. But I decided to take this also to sharpen my skills so that I can really specify on this particular niche. The technology of my project, I used Django. So that is the glue that glues everything. For the front end, I went with HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, and jQuery. In the beginning, I wanted to use Tailwind, but it proved to be a challenge integrating it with Django. So I just stuck with Bootstrap and JavaScript, jQuery just for the front end. For the back end, I went with Django and SQLite. The default that is provided by Django, it is great to use. Especially when you're using ORMs, it is super easy to use. And I hosted the site on Heroku, so you'll see the site later on. For the architecture of this project, I went to the model view template that is provided with Django. So the models are the ones that are responsible for the data modeling and everything to do with data, the databases. The view is what controls whatever the user will be able to view on the front end, and the template is responsible for displaying whatever the view has told it to display to the user. So that is the architecture that I decided to go with. The core algorithm and code snippets. So at this point, let's just go to my Visual Studio Code so that I can show you some of my views. For my code snippets, here they are. These are my code snippets. This is my views.py file and my models.py file. I actually believe that they are the most important files in this project. So I'll just walk you through it very fast. My views are responsible for rendering the store, also the shop, where people can be able to browse all the products. As you can see, I get all the products from the database. The product itself, if you need to actually view one single product with the product ID, so it just sends a request and takes the product ID and it returns that particular product, or else it returns 404, not found. Also the cart functionality. So this view is responsible for displaying the cart item. So whenever you add an item to the cart or you reduce something from the cart, this view is responsible for tracking that and adding all those products to the cart, so that when you go to the cart, you can be able to see your products at the total the cart has, and also the total price that you're supposed to pay. Actually, it's kind of an order summary just from the cart. Okay, the next is the checkout. Checkout is responsible for checking the user out when you have also added the products to the cart, and now you just need to check it out or check out, send the order early for processing. So checkout is responsible for that. This user sign up is responsible for whatever it says. It's just for user sign up. And then there is a user login, user log out, responsible for logging out, because once you log in, you need to log out at some point. Update item is used to update the quantity of the items in the cart. So you'll be able to see that later and experience it while you're demonstrating the app. But right now, what it actually does is that when you have added a product in the cart and you need to update the quantity, let's say you need 2 of them, you can just go and update it and it will update automatically. So this view is whatever is responsible for that action. Process order is responsible for caching all the orders. So in my order, the checkout form, there is a form where we need to get the shipping so that we can know, hey, you are checking out, where do we send this product after we process it? So checkout process order is responsible for taking that form and sending that data to the database. Order complete is just responsible for displaying that, hey, the order has been completed successfully. The profile gives us the username and the email of the user, and also the ability for the user to view their orders. Which orders have you made? How many orders have you made? Has it been shipped? And all that. So it's just responsible for tracking that orders and to view the profile of the user. All orders is used by the admins to view all orders that have been made by all the users in the system. So you can be able to see the orders that were made, if they have been shipped, what is the shipping address at the time, the amount paid, and all that stuff that you may need to get from an order. Update shipping status is used to update shipping status if shipping has been completed or not. And also product upload is used by the admins to upload products. Edit products is also used to edit a product that has already been added if there are changes that are required. And finally, search is just used to search for a particular product in our system. That is for the views. For our models, we have these very simple models. Python Django actually provides a user model that can be used to register a user in the system. But I decided to go with a custom user because I needed to use something like an email as the unique field and something that a user can use to sign in. Vis-a-vis what Python offers, which is the username. I wanted to use the email because the email is what I want to be as unique as possible. So I created a custom user manager, which actually inherits from the base user manager that is used by Python. And I created a custom user class, a custom user that takes the email, the first name, last name, if the user is active, if they're staff, and the date that they joined. So you can see right here, username field, I change it from username to email, and the required field, first name and last name while you are signing up. And then we create a customer. So every user that logs in, we take that user and put them as a customer. So that is handled somewhere in our JavaScript, in our views. And a product. So a product will have a product ID, product name, product price, details of the product, or the description, and the date of the time that it was created, and an image. And if the image is not provided, we have this default clock that we're going to show, and we just return a name. The order. So an order will inherit, will take a customer, it's a foreign key, and also it will take the date that the order was placed, if the order is complete, if the order has been shipped, and the order ID or the transaction ID of that order. That is for that. Next, is our shipping address that I already showed you in our views, and the orders that are required. So we need to associate it with the customer, the order, and also the address, city, state, district, phone, and the date that the shipping address was added, and an order item. So in our order may contain various items. So order item is responsible for that single product. It is which order it is and which quantity and the date that it was added. So I think that pretty much covers our code snippets. So let's continue. Well, the next thing that we're going to look at is the process, collaboration, and the timeline of the project. So in the SDLC, I decided to go with the iterative model because it's this project, right? We go with the initialization and then plan, and then I get the requirements, I designed everything, implemented it, and verify whatever was deployed. If it was great, I evaluate, and then if there are any changes that were required, went back to planning, and then get the requirements for every feature that I required or I needed to add to make the product better. So the iterative model really served me well in this case. So that's why I went with it. The next thing is the timeline of the project. So first, in the space of collaboration, I worked on this project alone, but I used the 3 different Git branches. I had the master, the dev, and the deploy. So dev is where I work mostly, and after everything that I've done in the dev and I have approved that, okay, this is great, it can go to master, I would push it to master and merge it there. And after I was done adding everything that I needed, when it came the time to deploy, I saw it right to just have another deploy branch so that anything that is pushed to the deploy can be automatically deployed, and anything that I've not yet specified that this can be deployed to the deploy branch, then we cannot deploy it at that. For my timeline, the project started on May 17th, 2024, and it ended on June 3rd, 2024. So I started with the front end, and then I went to data structures, the models and the views that I showed you earlier, just for the basic, the minimum viable product. And also I went ahead and worked on the site functionality, like adding to checkout and adding to cart, and also checking out the product, checking out an order. And then I went ahead and did payment integration, which I added with PayPal. You'll see that in the demonstration. And then I added functionality and my documentation using Sphinx. You will also see that. So it's time for the project demo. Let's hop back there. Let me show you the product. So here's the product. This is Clocks KE. It is deployed on Heroku, as you can see. It's an Heroku app. And this is my landing page. So in the landing page, what you can see is just our navigation bar, which has our logo, the shop, our cart, and also the customer detail here, and the profile, the login, and also the ability for a user to search for something that they need. We have here our leading title, Time is Money, Invest on It, and also this is our hero section, and also some sliding images here, and a shop now call to action, which will just take you to the shop. The next thing we have is our trending designs. So I decided to show the 3 most trending designs. It picks the designs from that are recently added, or the ones that are well performing, and also our footer at the end here. So this is it. Let's go to shop now, and you can see what we have in the shop. So this is our shop. You can see the products here, and they're paginated. So you'll have to, if this page is full, and then you'll have to go to the next page. I've not added that much products. That's why you can see there are not many of them. But this is it. This is our shop. It has a product, and also so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to show you the user experience for a user that wants to use this site, like from logging in and using the site, purchasing a product, placing an order, and logging out after viewing the product. So let's do that. I think that will make sense. So let's go to our shop here, and just try to shop for something. Let's go to our shop, So you need to shop for something, or you need to get a trending product. So let's say, oh, I love this abstract art tracing clock. It's $70. So just click on it, and the thing that it will do is that it will load the product details in detail now, with the big picture and all the description and everything. So this is what you'll have. You can now decide to add it to cart, buy it now. If you click buy it now, it will add it to cart and take you to checkout directly. But if you just add it to cart, it will just get added to cart. You can see here the cart is changing. Now it will not go. Why? Because we are not signed in. Now the way I designed this product is that no user can be able to purchase anything without signing in the product. So you need to sign in. Okay, you don't have account because we are a new user. So let's just sign up real quick. Just sign up with a name. Let's remove these details, and I'll put in a name, John Mike. It's a good name. Yeah. Let's put in an email, John Mike at Gmail. Email. So John Mike at email.com. It has to be as unique as possible. If the user already exists or the email already exists, it will show as an error because I'm using Django Forms and they do all the validation for me. Now let's put in a password. Another password. Just confirm. Let's sign up and see what happens. If there are no any errors, we should get this message. Account created successfully. It redirects us to the login page. So let's just use johnmike@email.com and create strong password and sign in. So on sign in, you can see we get directed back to our homepage. Okay, we can go to the shop, or we can purchase one of the trending products if we like. I like this one, so I'm going back to the shop, and then you can be able to check it out. So let me just add it to cart very fast. Okay, added to cart. You can see we have one product in our cart. Also, the thing that I can do is I can decide to do is, okay, buy now. When I click on buy now, it will add our product to cart and also take us to the checkout immediately. So that's exactly what happens. So this is what is there. You can see the username is John. Actually, we have an abstract resin watch. We've added it. One was through with the cart and one was through buy now. Buy now brings us to the shipping address directly because you don't need to go to the cart. Let's say we were to go to the cart. Get in the cart here. So here, this is what I was telling you for processing the order. You can decide to add a product. So let's say we add so that they can be 3. You can see the price gets updated automatically, and also our order summary. And we can decide, hey, we need only 2 for a sitting room and our bedroom, and that's perfect. We can now decide to continue shopping, which will take you back to the shop, or we can check out. I think it's time to check out because 2 clocks are enough. Okay, so we have our shipping address form here that we need to fill before we can continue to payment and also checking out. So I added this. It is all the counties in Kenya, or the demography in Kenya. So I'll just say, okay, I am in Meru. Meru is a county in Kenya if you're not from Kenya. So I'm from Gembe Central. Mitungu. Yeah, I think that's great. And let's just say I'm from Mitungu town. That's the street address. You can go as specific as possible. And also you need to add phone number. And all of these fields are required actually. So if you decide to continue, to tell you, hey, please fill out this form. And the number also is validated. So yeah, let's just go with a random number. Okay, I think that's enough. Let me go to continue. You can see when you have entered all the correct details, it will take you to the payment option with no ability to update the form because the form has already been saved. So you can decide to update it. if you like. So let's say you have the option, payment option, so you need to pay. You can pay with the debit or credit card, or can go with PayPal. I'll pay with PayPal. When you click on the PayPal, it will actually pop up the PayPal payment gateway so that you can be able to pay. So I need to pay with let me put in an email. I have here. Okay. Okay. Let me log in and see. Yeah, the new well, correct. You can see hi Linus, getting your wallet, and you can see we ordered two clocks, 70 each. It will only deduct 140 from our PayPal balance, or you can decide to use your Visa card or whichever card you have, MasterCard, whatever. That's handled by PayPal. So let's just complete the purchase. Well, PayPal is taking some time. Okay, I think the order's been great. Well, your order's been placed successfully. Processing for shipping will start immediately. Thank you for shopping with Clocks KE, and you can continue back to shopping. And just note, in our PayPal, if we go right now, you can actually see that payment was actually made. That's why it is successful. PayPal sends a callback function that we handle, and we can actually check out the user. So continue shopping. Let's continue shopping. It will take you back to the shop that you can continue shopping. So that was one. Let's go to our user profile so that we can see, hey, what do you have? So we just have a simple name and the email, and also the ability to view orders and to log out. So if you are to view the orders, you can see the order that we just made. It's June 7, 2024 at 5:27 p.m. is the East African time. The order has not been shipped, but this is what we did. We ordered for abstract appraising clock, two of them at 70 each. That's our order. You can see it's not shipped. So let me just log in very quickly to switch back to another profile, that is the admin profile, so that I can show you another things from that end, from the admin perspective in the same website. Let's go and log in as an admin. So for an admin, I'll not put an account because I already have that account assigned as an admin. So I'll just log in so that we can see what is happening. Okay, enter the password. Great, you can see this our admin. So for admin, you can notice some change here. We don't have a cart, and we have replaced our shop with the staff. So the staff will take you just to the admin panel where you can do some administrative tasks. But the interesting part is in our profile. So let's go to the profile and see what we have there. So for profile, you can see we have some extra buttons here, and also say that this staff, so you can know exactly you're in the staff. You're in the staff account. You can view the orders, log out, add products, and also edit the products. Let's just decide to view the products. If we decide to view the orders, this is the order that we made a minute ago. So this is it from Meru Igembe, Metungu Town. He paid $140, and these are the details of our user in case we need to do anything. So what we can do here that is pretty unique is that once we mark this as shipped, it will be marked to the user side that, hey, your product has actually been shipped. And if you unmark it, it will say, hey, it has not been shipped already. So it's just great. You can decide to mark it as shipped. And when you go back to the user, this is the user profile. Let's just refresh that pretty quick. And when we view an order, you can see our order is now marked as, hey, the order has been shipped. So that is actually great. So that is one of the administrative tasks.
For admin also, we can add a product and just add a new unique product, because we need to upload our products. We'll end up with name, add the price, the description, and also our image, and upload that. And also there is the ability for our user to edit the product, the admin to edit the product. So an admin can edit the products, but when you click on it, you notice that it takes us back to the shop, because we need to choose which product do we need to edit. Okay, I'll go with my last product. I take it. You can see we have an extra button here now to edit the product. Also, the products can be deleted. So what we do here is just change a few things. We change it from the gut and say a new unique product, and our price will drop to plus. I think it is okay. And test products are updated. Okay, I think that's just okay. We'll just update it. You can see product has been successfully updated, so we have been redirected in some seconds. So you can just wait and we get redirected, and when you check that, you can see it has been updated, actually, a new unique product. And when we go back to the user side and go to the shop, our shop, you can see they also get the updated product. So that is for our admin panel. So that is essentially the demo of this app from the user perspective and from the admin's perspective. Next thing that we need to look at is the challenges and the overcomes. So the challenges that I came across and how I dealt with them. There are many challenges. This is just a few of them. The first one is slow responses when using Tailwind. I said earlier that I tried to use Tailwind, but I had very slow responses when it came to loading the pages. So I decided to switch completely to Bootstrap, another CSS framework. So I switched to Bootstrap. That's how I overcome that. Burnouts. When you are working on a big project like this and for a very short period of time, you will actually experience some essential burnouts or burnouts regularly. So what I'll do when I experience a burnout is just take some breaks. And some of the documentation were really hard to understand when it comes to integrating everything together. Some of the documentation are very hard. The Django and Bootstrap one were not that hard. Also, the PayPal integration one was not that hard. There are some services that I used that were not that much friendly. And how I overcame that is by using AI tools like ChatGPT and Codium just to help me get along and get a context and also move along. So that was really great, by the way, using AI in this project. As a result of this project, the technical interest that I just gained is one, I need to learn React.js so that I can be able to implement the front end using React. One of the things you might have noticed in the demo is that everything, when we added to cart, when we check out, the page needs to be hard refreshed all the time. All the time it needs to be refreshed. That's because we're using the page as a whole. Now React will bring that component-based usage that will enable me to just refresh a portion of the website that the changes have taken place, and not the whole website. So that will be saving a lot of data and also a lot of time or bandwidth. Next thing is statistically awesome style sheets or the SAS. So just for me to be able to use something like Tailwind or Bootstrap, I need to customize CSS and use a lot of important everywhere. So I think learning SAS will be a great way to move. The next thing is just be able to get this Tailwind to work with Django, because I really like Tailwind when I started to work with it, but it became a challenge and I really like it, so I'll figure a way to get that. And the last one that I've gained is I want to learn Fast API so that I can be able to build the API for my website, so that anytime I need to get anything from the database, I just quit the API instead of going to the database over and over again. So it will drastically improve
the speed or the response of the website basically. So that was it from my side. Thank you very much for listening, for watching, wherever you are, whenever you are. Take your time, and I need feedback. If you have any feedback, just place it in the comment section below, where I can improve, and any other thing. If you need to get in touch, you can go to GitHub at Linus Obura, and also on Twitter, I'm there as Obura Linus, and on LinkedIn, I'm there as Linus Obura. Thank you, and I will see you in the next one.